Capricorn, what's going on, everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at y'all with your mid-September 2022 tarot reading. How are you? I hope y'all are well. Without a further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on into this, and we shall see what is up. What do we got going on here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding mid-September 2022. What information do we got in store here, please, for the zodiac signs of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-September 2022? Having a look here at the first card out for you, we do have here the Chariot, so you could be connecting with a Cancer here for a few of you. Moving on forward into the next card, we also do have here the Strength card, and then having a look here at the last two overall energies present for your mid-September, we also do have here the Ace of Pentacles, and that Ace of Pentacles, excuse me, is going to be followed up here with the Ten of Cups. So let's go ahead over here and begin. Well, jumping into mid-September, we got here the Chariot, we got the Strength, we got the Ace of Pentacles, and we got here the Nine of Cups. Now, with the Chariot card here to the Strength card, I kind of feel like you have been holding yourself back from some sort of path. I'm not sure necessarily the reasoning behind it just yet, but you've been holding yourself back from doing something. I'm seeing here with the Strength card, I'm getting the term, don't bite the hand that feeds you. As you can see, the woman over here does have her hand in the lion's mouth, and at the same time, she has her other hand kind of like petting almost at the bottom of his mane here. So it does feel to me like you're in this position of time where you don't want to bite the hand that feeds you because there is something here that's being provided to you. So you're in a situation that's kind of hard to dodge or kind of hard to walk away from, is what it looks like to me. You know, this could be the energy of in a relationship, maybe you're dealing with somebody right now that you love and they have done a lot for you, but maybe you're kind of acknowledging that it's time to spread your wings here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Maybe there's something else that you desire a little bit more than just what this relationship is, and maybe right now you're interested in being single and doing other things with your life, but you kind of hold yourself back because it's like, well, I shouldn't bite the hand that feeds me, you know? My partner's done a lot for me, my partner showed me love, my partner's helped me so much in my life, and there's this part of me here that doesn't want to walk away because of all this, you know, things that, you know, this individual has done for me. And right now, that's kind of what the predicament seems, or that seems where you're at, you know? So right now, what I'd say here for you, Capricorn, is I do feel like with the Ace of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, it's like there are other opportunities in life I want to take right now. There are other things that I feel would make me happier, but maybe I should just be thankful and grateful for where I am because of whoever this is I'm dealing with, and maybe I should stick around. How does that truly make Capricorn feel, though? We got here the Princess of Torches, which is the Page of Wands, and then we got here the Seven of Wands. I try not to think about it, because if I think about it, then I realize how I feel stuck and I don't feel free. For sure. So Capricorns, you're pretty much in a position of time right now, jumping into mid-September 2022, where you essentially feel stuck. It's like, well, I can't walk away from what I have, because that would not be right of me, or that would be selfish of me, or that wouldn't be fair to the other person. And at some point, you have to realize, despite what somebody has done for you, I'm sure there's been a lot that you've done for them. And I think that no matter what people have given to us and no matter what people have wanted with us, it all comes down to what we feel is right and what we desire at the end of the day. You know, Capricorn, let's say this is a relationship or a marriage, and you just aren't in love anymore, and it's not what you want anymore, and you are interested in other things in life. You don't have to stay stuck just because so much was given to you within that marriage. Take a step back and realize how much you've put into that marriage too. Take a step back and realize how much you've offered to the one that you used to love as well. You know, we always have to go with what makes us happy. We always have to do what is the right thing for us to do. No matter how tough the decision is, no matter if we have to let somebody else down, we need to recognize that what will make us happy within our own lives is something that does need to be prioritized. You know, I understand wholeheartedly the feeling of letting somebody else down. That sucks. I understand wholeheartedly, too, the feeling of, am I selfish for what I'm doing? But making sure that you're happy with yourself and happy with the life you're living isn't something that's selfish. It's something that we all deserve to do. So Capricorns, for those of you that are in this predicament, whether it's a predicament in love, because it doesn't have to be just strictly love, this could be the energy of like, well, I really want to leave my job, but my boss has given me so much over the years. My boss has made me a very higher up executive part of this company. My boss has given me tons of raises and tons of money, but this job just doesn't make me happy anymore. But, you know, it wouldn't be fair to abandon my team or my work team or my boss because of all that they've done for me. I get it, but at the same time, if it's not what makes you happy, if it's not what you're feeling, you're not required to stick around. You're not required and obligated to stay in individuals' situations, or in individual situations, excuse me, that are no longer serving you. Things will serve us in our lives up until one point or another, but when it gets to that point where it's no longer serving us, we're not obligated to stay, no matter how much was given, no matter how much was received. And we have to keep in mind that everything's an even energy exchange. You as a Capricorn have not been a taker. Capricorns are earth signs. Earth signs are very balanced. You have definitely given your fair share too. So there always comes a time where there's an end. And an end here is definitely in order here for you, Capricorn, but you have to be willing to remove the guilt and the worry, and you have to let yourself here do what is going to make you happy. If not, you will remain, excuse me, being stuck in a situation here in mid-September that is not making you happy out of some sort of sense here of guilt, okay? Now, do excuse me, guys, if I'm going to be jumbling over my words every time Mercury's in retrograde. That always seems to be the case. So just bear with me, y'all. It would be gratefully appreciated. All right, so that's what we got here for the overall energies, the overall gist. Let's have a look at what will be coming in here for you in the second half of your month. What will be coming in here for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding mid-September 2022. What will be coming in here for Capricorn? First card out, we got here the King of Pentacles. We also got another card that came out, which is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. So, King of Pentacles here to the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. Well, King of Pentacles here, that's the card that represents a good amount of stability. It does represent abundance here too. Wheel of Fortune, that's the card of a turnaround, okay? So I feel like something's going to turn around in your favor. This is the energy that's telling me like the wheel's going to spin in your favor, so it's some sort of fortune. Moving on to two more cards, we got here the Death card, and we got here the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so I actually do believe that most likely, Capricorn, what will be coming in here for you this second half of the month is the opportunity here being taken to finally walk away. So I think you will. I feel like you are going to end up walking away, but it's not going to be as you expected it to be. I think what happens is that you walk away, you immediately feel pretty guilty, but then you recognize that the person you're dealing with here is incredibly calm about the decision that you've made. You know, King of Pentacles here to the Wheel of Fortune, it turns out they were understanding rather than the way you thought they were going to react. And it wasn't what you expected. You know, of course, Ten of Wands, they're not entirely thrilled, head over heels happy, but at the same time, they can understand where you're coming from. And at the end of the day here with the Death card coming into play, this was the transformation you needed, and this is the change you needed in your life. You needed to release yourself from something in your life that was no longer serving you. So Capricorns, it's like I kind of didn't expect this to go the way it did, but it actually all worked out. You know, for example, if you got to that point where it's like, unfortunately, I think I need a divorce. I'm sorry, this marriage just doesn't make me happy anymore. It's not that you're a horrible person. It's not that you ever treated me illy. It's just, I need this singleness in my life, or I need to do something else with my life. You know, as hard as it is to be honest about that and to go through that, you know, you expected immediately your partner to be so devastated, so angry, you know, complete intense reaction. But you'll get quite the opposite. You'll get the energy of like, I understand, and it breaks my heart, it hurts, it sucks, but I need to support you because your happiness is important too. Same thing with like an employer. You know, I've worked with you for 25 years. You've given me all for this company. You've really helped me out a lot, and I appreciate that. But this job is something that just doesn't bring happiness and joy to my life anymore, and I want to be set free. You know, you kind of expected your boss to be like, how ungrateful could you be? I've given you everything. And your boss says, I understand, and thank you for all the time that you've really put in here. It means a lot to me. And thank you for all the work you've done, and you've deserved everything that I could have ever helped you out with. And, you know, I wish you luck on your next adventure. It's like the exact opposite reaction that you expect. So that's what will be coming in here for you. You'll be getting the opposite reaction, and you'll realize, okay, wait, this is actually not so bad. King of Cups wanted to come out. Six of Wands wanted to come out too. King of Cups is like emotional maturity. So things are going to be handled in a very mature way from the opposing party that you're dealing with. And Six of Wands, card of success over here, I do feel like it's going to be a positive thing. Like things are going to happen successfully for you. You will be able to walk away from something. And there isn't going to be drama. There isn't going to be negativity. It isn't going to be this whole big thing. There's going to be understanding, which is the most important thing we can see here in this reading. Now let's go ahead and continue. We're going to have a look here now in regards to what may be going on, that you may or may not be aware about in the month of mid-September. So let's go ahead and check that out. What's going to be happening here for Capricorn that they may or may not be aware about in mid-September 2022. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going to be happening here for Capricorn that they may or may not be aware about in mid-September 2022. First card out, we do got here the Moon card. Hello. Moon card is your emotional state of being. I think that what's going to happen here is you're going to see a shift in your feelings. Moving on to the next card, we do got here the Sun. Hello. And looking at the last two cards for you, we also do have here the Two of Wands, and we have here the Hermit card. So yeah, for sure. In the area of like what you may or may not be aware about, kind of like expected shit here for you in mid-September, you got the Moon, the Sun, the Two of Wands, and the Hermit. So, you know, you kind of expected here for yourself to be really guilt-ridden, I guess, or I don't know if guilt-ridden is the word, but you expected yourself to be kind of consumed and riddled with guilt, right? And you expected yourself to feel really, really bad and really upset and all these low vibrational energies. You essentially felt like, you know, walking away from this situation or this person's going to make me look horrible. And you thought you were going to feel horrible, but it turns out you're happy. And the biggest reason you're happy here with the Sun card is because whoever you're dealing with is not going to have the reaction you originally thought they would. You know, somebody here is very understanding in mid-September 2022. And with the Two of Wands here to the Hermit card, it's like no longer did I have to kind of suffer and continuously think, should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay because it's the right thing to do? Should I go? Or is it that the wrong thing to do? It's like you're not at a crossroads anymore about your decisions. It's like Hermit card over here. I can finally follow through with what my inner wisdom is telling me, what my true self is telling me to do that's going to lead me to a path of happiness. You know, you knew wherever you were in the past here hasn't been serving you anymore. All good things come to an end at one point or another. You knew that whatever this was in your life was not making you happy. It was not something for you anymore. And you knew that your inner guidance was starting to take you somewhere. So now that no longer you have to be indecisive, you know, Hermit card coming into play, it's like I can listen to my inner wisdom. So I think that what you're not really going to be aware about here this month is how great it actually does work out for you, how happy it ends up making you, and you don't expect to feel the way you do. You know, you thought you were going to feel super guilty, super horrible, but it turns out that you feel good, and you're actually excited for what comes next. You're excited to start going to what your inside or your inner or your intuition is calling you to go. You're really excited here to go forward. You know, and there is no more sense of guilt, and there is no resentment, there is no negative attachments. It's like you get to part ways with something incredibly peacefully, which is what we can all ask for and all hope for, you know, with certain situations. Now, let's go ahead and have a look here and grab you a little bit of advice before we move forward. So what's going to be some advice here, or sorry, not advice yet. Let's go ahead and see what you can expect, throughout the rest of your mid-September 2022. So let's see what's going to be going on here throughout the rest of your mid-month. What's going to be going on here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, throughout the rest of their mid-September 2022. Having a look here at the first card out, we got here the Fool card. Hello. Could be an Aries you're dealing with. Moving on to the next card for you, we got here the Page of Pentacles. And then looking at the last two cards, we got here the Hangman. And then that Hangman is also going to be followed up here with the Star card. Now, I didn't mean, I said Prince of Pentacles, meaning the page, but it's not the page actually. It is the Knight of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. We got here the Fool, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Star card. So what you can basically expect for the rest of your mid-September is that as you're starting this new journey here, Fool card, Knight of Pentacles, it's going well. It's going in a very nice and stable direction. And you truly feel like you have found your calling. Like you have found the calling of where you're supposed to be next to really allow you to enjoy your life and bring forward that happiness and fulfillment that you're looking for. You know, it's like I found exactly where I need to be now. I knew where I was previously wasn't for me, but now I'm starting to follow that path of knowing where I am and knowing that that's where I want to be. So Hangman coming up over here as well. It is the card of enlightenment. Most of the time in the tarot, you can associate it with delays, you can associate it with feeling stuck, but you can also associate it with feeling enlightened or becoming enlightened. So the path that you really desire to be upon is going to reveal itself to you here throughout the rest of your mid-September. You know, you might have originally knew that you needed to leave whatever situation this was, but you didn't exactly know where you were going. Well, guess what? Throughout the rest of mid-September, you're going to figure out where you need to go. It's like, all right, I walked away from what's not serving me anymore, but now I'm finding what does. So you will find it. You will find whatever that path is, and you'll get things figured out. So you can expect to figure it all out. It'll basically come forward to you. Like, listen to what your intuition is telling you is the best advice I can give you. Follow through with your intuitive guidance and everything's going to be okay. Just trust right now that your intuition is taking you exactly to where you need to go in life, and you've got nothing to worry about here, Capricorn. Everything will be absolutely rock solid. Let's have a look here at some advice, though. What is going to be some advice here that I can give to Capricorn that can help them better navigate throughout their mid-September 2022? Having a look here at the first card out, we got here the Six of Pentacles. Immediately I started hearing, don't worry, be happy, like the song. So this is the energy, Capricorn, of just being told not to worry. Right now is not a time of worries. It's not a time of fears. It's a time of just knowing that you're doing the right thing. Six of Pentacles is the card of equality. You need to do right now what's good for you. Now we do have here the Page of Swords. Page of Swords coming out here for you. Does feel to me like it's the card of hesitancy. So you're being called here to not hesitate either. Okay? Do what makes you happy. Don't worry. Be happy. But also, don't hesitate. Okay? Hesitation is not going to do you any good. Right now is a time to really follow through with your true calling. King of Swords. Take things serious here. Be disciplined in what your true calling is taking you to or what you're being guided to. All right? King of Swords is the energy right now, too, as well, of respecting your own boundaries. I think right now it's a time for self-respect, and I feel like the universe here is trying to say, have a lot more self-respect for yourself, too, you know? If anybody has anything to say about your situation, don't be afraid to enlighten them to the fact that you deserve your own happiness as well. For example, let's say if you are a Capricorn who is going through a divorce this month, that's already hard as is. It's incredibly hard to tell a person that you're married to, I want a divorce, especially if you know that you're married to a good person, but you know that you're just not happy. It's not an easy thing to do. So if there are people in your life, maybe it's, you know, the person you were married to, their mom, or certain friends, or people within your family that have certain types of comments that they want to make, don't be afraid to be firm here with the King of Swords. Don't be afraid to let them know that your happiness counts, your happiness matters too, and what fulfills you and what makes you happy is something that needs to be prioritized. So essentially, don't let other people butt in to your own life. And if people have shit to say, don't be afraid to shut them down either, Capricorn, okay? And lastly, we have here the Hierophant, which is the card that represents the zodiac of Taurus. And Hierophant here is that card, too, that also represents where your obligations and where your duties fall. We are always going to be obligated to ourselves. I think that a lot of people don't recognize that enough, that we have a duty to live our best lives. We have a duty to make ourselves happy. We have a duty to make our lives enjoyable. You know, we are the sole creator of our own happiness within our own lives, and if we're not living up to that, then we're not making ourselves happy. It's as simple as that. So Hierophant is like your own prioritizations. Jesus Mercury. Okay. Your prioritization is what's important. And making sure that you're the priority is just as important as well. So looking at the advice here for you, don't worry, be happy, don't hesitate, don't take shit from anybody else, and make sure that you're the priority, okay? Pretty solid advice over there for you. Now, jumping on into your overall outcome for mid-September 2022, let's go ahead and see what that is. What is going to be the overall outcome here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-September 2022? What do we have here for the overall outcome for the zodiac of Capricorn? And that overall outcome here is going to be the Emperor. Very cool. Emperor card here says, I'm in control, right? And at the end of the day, I'm only ever going to be in control of myself. I'm only ever going to be in control of my own actions and of how I live my life and of what makes me happy and what I choose to do for my happiness. So at the end of the day, the one thing that I know I'm definitely not in control of is the way that I feel. If we all could sit down and say that we could control the way we feel, then we would have much more control over a lot of other things in our lives. You know, we don't choose to fall in love. At the end of the day, we just do, right? Just as we don't choose to end love. Sometimes that feeling just goes. And we feel attracted to other things, or we become invested in other things because some things just no longer feel the same. So at the end of the day, the only thing you're in control of is listening to those feelings and fulfilling the duty of what those feelings are telling you to do. So Capricorn, with the Emperor coming into play here being the outcome, I can only live my life and be in control of so much. I'm going to do my best to be in control of the circumstances that I am in control of, and do the best that I can to live a good life. But when it comes towards things that are beyond my control, I must accept them for what they are and do my best with it to have the most positive outcome. So it's kind of like, I know I can't change the fact that my feelings have changed in whatever it is that I needed to walk away from. I can't avoid the fact that I'm feeling called to something else. But what I can do is I can let my feelings be the guide that they need to be and trust that they're delivering me somewhere well, in which they are, because your feelings are always a guide and they're always going to be there for you to take you to where you need to go. So embody that Fool energy, really, really hard here this month. Let yourself let go and flow to where you're meant to go next. Okay, Capricorn? I know it can be scary. I know that it could suck not knowing what's on the other side. But when you jump off that cliff, that beautiful thing that you're going to end up aligning with is going to catch you, okay? All right, Capricorns. I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. It is gratefully appreciated. If this video was able to help you and if it resonated, very happy to hear that. Definitely feel free to tell me all about it in the comment section below. For those of you that are new here, though, if you do want to consider subscribing, that would be appreciated too. So you can subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss when I upload and or go live. So if you want to go ahead and do that, welcome on into the Soul family. If it wasn't your story, no worries. Feel free to check out any other awesome readers on the YouTube platform. And also, you can check out any new videos that I end up posting in the future. There will always be more videos in the future to watch, so if this didn't resonate with you, chances are the next one may, okay? All right, Capricorn, I love you. Enjoy the rest of your September 2022, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, Capricorns, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.